Hi, Jeannie. How are you today? Were you the one that asked a question earlier? I hope I answered it. But yeah, basically, when you give them the silent treatment, they will escalate the abuse. And that's what happens when you hear people talking about restraining orders and their cars getting damaged, and you hear people talking about contacting police. That's what happens. So they are going to do anything and everything to get your attention back on them. It's like if you ignore a child and they're asking you a question over and over and over, and then they're going to do something obnoxious or dangerous to get your attention and make sure they get it. Hello, Tanya. How are you today? And fuel up. Yeah, they like to see you upset and crying. They don't mind doing that to you. Hey, Jeannie, can you hear me okay? Yeah, gifts are common. They'll send you gifts, they'll send you money, they'll offer you all kinds of things to help you out. And yeah, it's just to open back the communication up with them. And they probably do want to talk. And more silence. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So what that could have been is just another game for them. They're sending you gifts and presents and trying to get you back to talk to them. And when you do, they give you the silent treatment back. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. It's just another game. Uh, it's just another way to get control, regain control over the victim. They just want to get control. So once they have that control or they feel that back, like, hey, I controlled the outcome. This person fell for it again. That sometimes is good enough to satisfy them for a little while because they know at any point they can get you to talk to them. And sometimes that's good enough because they got a little bit of their power back. But you have to be aware, like I was saying earlier in the stream, I know I'm probably repeating this so many times, but you have to be aware of the dangers when you ignore them because when you ignore them, that just means they're going to escalate everything. That means they're going to escalate the abuse. They don't care. Often, they don't care about getting arrested. That actually can work in their favor. They don't care about restraining orders. They don't care about anything. They don't have to stop. Nothing's actually going to stop them. A restraining order really is just a piece of paper. They may go to jail and get out in 4 hours. They usually are very aware of the legal system and they know I just have to suffer 4 hours, but that's it. It's very dangerous. And there's so many things that they can do to you. Not only legally, but illegally. So, like one day you might come out and see your car tires flat. Another day you might have things stolen from your front porch. Mail might be missing. Things might go missing. They might try to get into your house while you're not there. They might steal a pet. I've heard stories about that. They might take your pet. They might return the pet. I mean, it's all kinds of things. What else? Oh, they'll go after your job and try to get you fired. They'll try to get you in trouble at your work. They'll make up lies. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And there's really no ending to it sometimes. It's how do you manage it? It's managing it. And especially if you have children with them, it's really no ending. There's no ending to them when you have children, especially. Fuel up. When you want them to leave you alone, just send them a crying text and they think they still are winning and in control. Yeah, because they hurt you. Yeah, absolutely. Um, they they hurt you and they control the outcome, and it makes them feel godlike. It makes them feel like they're a god, that they have that kind of power to hurt someone and hurt people, and they can do it in a split second. They don't have to put in a lot of effort. They don't have to really do anything at all, and they can hurt you. That feels good for them to know that they hurt you, even if it's just a little bit. They don't know if you're actually crying through text, but to send them crying emojis, that's good enough, because from there they could just use their imagination. That's good enough, and even the fact that that you responded is good enough for them, because they took back a certain level of control. Yeah, it feels like winning for them, and it feels like it feels like they're in control because they have control of your emotions, however messed up that is. Uh, that fuels them up. Fuel up, that fuels them up. Yeah. So that's good enough. That's good enough for them usually. Jeannie, what was that question you had earlier? I think you were coming in and out of the chat. I couldn't pick it up. Do you want to say it again or ask it again? I don't remember. It was something. But fuel up. Your best bet is to try to leave them alone as much as possible. They may not leave you alone though. That's the bad part about it. They may not leave you alone. But try to go back and see what that was. Oh, is there a way to control the outcome in a narcissistic relationship? There it is. Okay. Yeah, there's ways to control the outcome by leaving them and giving them the silent treatment and ending the relationship and holding firm to your boundaries. And all that sounds pretty easy, but rest assured, they're going to make this as difficult as possible. And legally or illegally, they're going to try to work their way back in somehow. That's often why they have children with people, because they want to have a connection with them for the rest of their lives, or 18 years or whatever. That's how you control the outcome, by taking control and ending it. It's just not easy because they don't often go away that easy. Now, they will go away for a little while, they will fade away. Some of the aggression will lessen if they find someone else, and they may not have the energy to come back to you and try to get revenge or whatever, but they'll eventually circle back around. And the reason why is none of their relationships are ever really going to work out. So what'll happen is they'll run out of energy trying to pursue multiple people, and they'll have to pick one main source of supply, and they'll do that for a little while and then circle back around to you. and you're a secondary source of supply for them. Now, when that happens, you just have to bore them to death. You have to be incredibly boring and gray rock them. And these things are really easy to do. And most narcissists know what you're doing. And when you do that, they realize what's happening. So the gray rocking and everything else, they'll accept it. So that's where all this illegal stuff, stalking, spying, harassment comes in, because they want to level it up and try to get you back and get some attention back on them. That's where all that comes from. So even if you gray rock them or whatever you try to do with them, they'll figure it out. They'll know what you're doing. And then all of a sudden they're gonna damage your vehicle, try to get into your house, or they're gonna follow you to different places. So but you can control the outcome in a narcissistic relationship. Long term though, long term what'll happen though is it may get dangerous. So you have to be aware of that. Um, Record and report anything and everything regarding them. Stay very vigilant. Get alarm systems. Get pets. Get dogs. Get multiple pets, multiple dogs. Get a pew pew if you have to, if you're allowed to, if you can. Um, and don't underestimate them. There's other things you could buy, mace and stuff, other kinds of things like that. Um, they will end up eventually following you to different places, especially if they know your schedule and they know you go to Walmart on Saturday nights at 6 or whatever. They're going to try to show up there, or they're going to watch you, um, or they'll try to steal stuff from your house or from your vehicle when you're shopping. I mean, it just never ends. And the only way to really control the outcome is to control yourself and protect yourself. And eventually, I think what will usually happen once they start doing illegal things, that's the end of it. Let them get about it. Let them get it out of their system. Let them do these illegal things and what have you. And once that's finished, once that's done, then what you could do is relax a little bit, because if they go to jail or not, eventually they're just going to run out of energy and get bored and try to find someone else. Um, it just the problem is it just takes a longer time with narcissists. That's the biggest problem. And fuel up, by the way, what I would do with any of those gifts, toss them in the garbage. If they send you gifts or food, I wouldn't eat anything from them. I wouldn't trust anything they send you. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of I think it was what was it? It was a gnome or something. Somebody sent a gnome and it had a camera inside of it so they could spy on the person, but they ended up figuring it out. I mean, talk about nuts. But I have a bunch of gnome videos on my channel that are going insane. And I did a bumblebee video at the park the other day, and I was so scared. I was scared because I don't remember ever being stung by a bee, but I'm so scared of them. And I managed to film it and got up close, and it didn't sting me. But that video is, I think, my second highest viewed one on my channel. It was only like 12 seconds. Yeah, and fuel up. You know what you could do? What would help is if you throw out whatever they're giving you and take a picture and send it back to them. They There's some really crazy stories out there. People get poisoned. Um, there's one. The camera was installed inside of a doll or something to try to watch them. I mean, it's insane. It's just crazy. And some of the food I think had I forgot the name of it. Something. I don't know what the name. It was something that made you go to the bathroom. It wasn't X-Lax. It was something else. Um, There was another thing. I think it was uh, some kind of drink thing. I think it was antifreeze, if I'm not mistaken. And it was just enough to get them sick and not kill them, So I think it was antifreeze and Gatorade or something like that. Yeah, fuel up. It can escalate to deletion. Yeah, they can do that. They can try to delete you. It it's not that common, but it happens, believe me. Um, most well, actually, I'm sorry, all psychopaths have NPD, and that disorder is rampant. And the malignant style of narcissist, they literally have no empathy. Often it's zero. So that's like borderline psychopath. And they have, and they will try to delete you. If you think of Chris Watts, was that his name? And Shanann Watts? Yeah, he had all the personality traits of a malignant narcissist. He cheated on his wife. He felt entitled to everything, but he was also a psychopath, obviously. Jeannie, I don't know. Can you hear me okay? Is my volume okay? Is my sound okay? Um, yeah, I think they can have a healthy relationship. Man, you really made me think on this. They can. It's not as common though, but they can have a healthy relationship. Um, they have to be in therapy by themselves, and they have to have belief in Jesus, I believe. Um, if they are able to connect with God, obviously anything is possible in this world, anything at all. Um, it's possible, but it's not likely with most narcissists, because what'll happen is most of the time they'll just promise that they're going to go to therapy, and they maybe will go for one or two sessions, but they'll throw you under the bus and it's not a real thing. Or they'll go just maybe once or twice, so you take them back. So again, it's not real. They're not really trying. They can have a healthy relationship, though. It's very possible if they keep themselves in therapy and work on themselves in therapy, and hopefully they believe enough in Jesus Christ. If they have faith in God and believe in Jesus, anything and everything is possible. Again, I always say that not many people reconnect with Jesus or their faith. I don't know very many, if any, people that connect and get closer to Jesus Christ and have a bad life. That's just not possible. You can't get close to Christ and have a terrible life. It's impossible. You're going to find happiness. All the answers will be placed in front of you. Everything's going to happen with God's will, and He can change you. God will, and He does, and He has. He's changed so many people, even me. If it wasn't for God and Jesus, there's no way I would have even thought about changing anything. So, yeah, and fuel up, they're going to spread rumors about you. That's very common. And, the problem with that is there might be a, s- a small amount of truth there, because think about it, when you're with a narcissist for a long time in a narcissistic relationship, and they're just abusing you and laying things on you, gaslighting you, lying to you, cheating on you, I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. Eventually, yeah, you will develop several mental illnesses, post-traumatic stress disorder. You'll have health problems, you'll have all kinds of things. So they're not technically lying. they caused all these things, but yeah, it's very possible to develop certain disorders after and even during, obviously, a narcissistic relationship. Um, you'll develop a lot of health disorders and mental disorders, PTSD, um, CPSD, hypervigilance, insomnia. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I could talk about that for 4 hours. It weakens your immune system when you're not sleeping as well, and that could cause certain cancers, high blood pressure. I mean, it's just an endless amount of things. So yeah, they could spread false rumors about you, or there might be a small amount of truth to these rumors. Maybe you developed CPSD after being with them a while, so they're technically not lying, but it's just a horrible nightmare what they do. Um, and the best way around that though is to ignore what they're saying and be confident in yourself and don't believe anything they're saying and let everyone your your truth will show. Let everyone believe whatever they want. Your fire and your truth and who you are is going to show. Everyone that knows you, anyone that knows you, knows who you really are. So you may have developed depression or post traumatic stress disorder, all kinds of things. Yeah, whatever. That happens. Own it. Yeah. But it doesn't make a difference. You have to stand in your truth and be true to who you are. And the people that know you are going to see that. There's no reason to defend yourself. People are going to believe what they want to believe, irregardless. Yeah, fuel up. That's horrible. Yeah, that's true. You have to look for GPS trackers. It's sad, but yeah, that's a fact. It's so scary. If I'm not mistaken, I think a lot of police departments now will do a sweep for you. I think it's totally free. It only takes a few minutes. They have a device. They go around your car and they'll try to look for these trackers. And they sell them on TikTok. They're only $10 sometimes, so they're easy to do, and they can track your location. It's insane. Yeah, but if you want to ever figure it out, you can talk to the police. If you're in America, I think a lot of places, a lot of states will just do that for you, and they'll look on your car. The narcissist will hide them underneath the wheel hub in a place where you can't get to easily. Right in the middle of your car, they can slide under it and do that, so you don't see it as easily. But a lot of police officers will look for that for you. You just have to go in and ask them. Only takes a few minutes for them to find it. How many women did I personally hurt in my lifetime, Tanya? Oh my gosh! Wow, a lot. Wow. I think um, I don't know how many. A lot though, but jeez, how many? I don't know how many. A lot. I've had a lot of girlfriends. Um, Let me think a second here, Tanya. Jeez. I think my first one was when I was 18 or 19, and we were the girlfriend I had was very young too. I think she was 19. She was a year older, I think, and I'm pretty sure I was 18. And she cheated on me with my own brother. So yeah, I did a lot of things to her. Um, and I don't have a number. It's so many. That I know my first one was when I was 18. And then my last one that was really bad was when was that? 2022, I believe. My ex-wife. So 3 years ago. Um, and when we separated and got divorced, what happened is I understood what I became and what I was, and she still wouldn't take me back. She said that she couldn't forgive everything. And we were together a few years. That was my last one. That was 3 years back. Then I had one other relationship after that, and this ended. Why did it end? What happened? I don't remember. We got into some argument about something stupid, and it just ended. I think it was something with ice cream or something. Oh, then I gave her the silent treatment. That's right, which I shouldn't have done. It was terrible. This was 2 years ago. So yeah, 2 years ago. And then we started talking again, and she said that she wanted to break up. She had borrowed a whole bunch of money from me, and then she said she didn't want to pay it back, something like that, towards the end. And then she just started packing her stuff and she left, and she never paid me back. I never did anything about it. And actually, I gave her one of my credit cards, and she just kept using it. So I think we were both toxic, but I probably shouldn't have given her the silent treatment. She might have been a borderline. Borderlines are cruel, man. They're terrible sometimes. Terrible. Yeah, fuel up. That's true. Yeah. Don't don't worry too much about defending yourself. Live in your truth, and the people that believe in you. The narcissist wants you to defend yourself and make a fool of yourself. Yeah, that's true. If they have to go behind your back and insult you and spread rumors about you, that's just to get your attention and to hurt you. They're dogs, man. They'll stoop to any level to hurt you. Any level. How long was your longest relationship? Oh gosh. How long was it? I gotta think here. 16, 15, 16, 14 years? And we separated for 2 months. Yeah, it was 14 years on and off. We broke up like 400 times though in the 14 years. And yeah, it was basically 13 and a half to 14 years was my longest. And we broke up a bunch of times though. We kept breaking up. And I think we broke up like once a month or something. Yeah, it was like once a month, probably, maybe more. One time we got back together after like 6 weeks or something like that. And then she had the last laugh because what she did was she left me for someone else and discarded me for someone else. So she had the last laugh on that one. Even though I broke up with her like 400 times, she did the very last one and got the last laugh and ended up going out with somebody else. And I don't know if she cheated. She probably did a little bit, but I don't really care though. I don't know. How would I ever know? I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if she cheated. I don't know. I'll never know, probably. I'll never know. But she ended up marrying someone else and got rid of me. She got the last laugh. She is the strongest woman I've ever known in my life. She has an iron will. When she wants to do something, God Himself will not stop her. She's the strongest woman I've ever known. Tanya, I'm sorry, I can't think of how many, but it was a lot. It was had to be at least 20. If I had to put a number on it, at least 20. Um, and basically all the relationships pretty much ended badly. Um, they would cheat on me or leave me, or I would do that to them. Like it was never like, I think there was only one time or two times in my life I was friends with people that I dated. Yeah, maybe twice. I think twice. And each time they left me for someone else. But no, I don't blame them though. I mean, I wasn't a good person. I wasn't good to them, and that's usually what happens. Hey, fuel up if you're still here. I am so curious. You said that you heard from friends that he did something to it. Did you ever figure out or find out what happened to the thing that he gave you and did something to? I'm just curious. Jeannie, how long was your longest relationship? And are you in a healthy, good relationship now? And Jeannie, if you want to send me money, I don't know if you can. Try to send me some money. Send me like $20. See if it works. And don't forget, Jeannie, I am giving away a Sweet Tomatoes gift card worth $25. So I don't know if you like sweet tomatoes or not, but I'll give that to you if you send me $20. um, yeah, I find it difficult. Yeah, I try to. Well, I mean, I wish I could forget it all, but I can't. Um, yeah, some of it's very difficult. Like my last relationship, I knew that the silent treatment was terrible to do to someone, but it's like I couldn't help it and I did it anyway. And I just thought that we needed space, but it really ended up to be the silent treatment. But I mean, I think she was borderline or something. And I have a lot of reasons to think that she was borderline. I'm almost positive. The longest was 15 years. Wow. Damn. Were you married to that person? What was it like? What was he like? The worst one was 3 3 years. Wow. The worst one? Why did it last 3 years if it was so bad? Jeez. I know that might sound insensitive, but I'm so curious. Um, did you guys break up a lot in the 3 year span? Good. You're in a healthy, loving relationship now. Are you supportive? Do you encourage him? Do you feed him confidence? Do you inspire him? Those things are important. Both of those. Oh, 3 years you were married? Okay. Um, In the 3 year span, did did you cheat on him or did he cheat on you or anything in those 3 years? And the 3 year one, why did that relationship end, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have proof he actually did something to it or not. He had his mom send it to my house. It was medication. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wouldn't trust anything they send you. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. Just throw it out. Wow. I don't know if I believe in that curses stuff, but I have an open mind though. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that stuff. Jeannie, you will never get married again. Okay. I wanted to ask, um, if you're in a great relationship now, okay, and you would never get married again, how come you would never get married again? I'm just curious. And fuel up, as far as those curses go, I don't know what to think because I heard from different people that it works and you can get a curse put on you. Then I heard from other people that it doesn't work and it's all BS and nobody can actually curse you. So I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about that. I'm still on the fence. And as far as narcissists and demons and possession and all that, again, I'm still on the fence on that too, because I've heard from both sides. They have the blackest eyes, demon eyes, things like that. And there has to be some truth there. But the only conclusion I can come up with is they're not actually possessed, they're demonically influenced. And I think there's a difference because someone that's full on possessed wouldn't be able to do anything nice. They wouldn't be able to control themselves without utterly annihilating you. So there is a level of control there that says, hey, maybe they're not fully possessed by a demon, but they can be demonically influenced. A voice from the bowels of hell whispering in their ear. And it's not like Satan doesn't exist. God exists, Jesus exists, and think about it. If you believe in Jesus Christ and you believe in God, what's the flip side to that? There has to be a flip side. So maybe there is some truth. I don't think it's possession. I think it might be influenced. I think some of them might be influenced by demonic forces. But I also believe that we have nothing to fear when we believe in Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. There's absolutely nothing to fear and absolutely nothing we can't accomplish. Nothing at all. Yeah, fuel up. They might believe in cursing people and witchcraft, and they're probably demonically influenced. Yeah, that's probably true. That is so creepy, fuel up. Just don't give them any attention whatsoever. Eventually, they'll get bored. Eventually, they'll find a new supply. It just takes a long time with narcs. I'm telling you, it's very possible. I've given up. I don't go back to any of my exes. I don't look at their Facebooks. I think there was one that was doing yoga on Instagram, and I used to watch that. Okay, but that's not stalking. That's just being curious. Um, that's so fucking creepy. If you have a hobby, golly, that's so weird. Wow. But I promise you, fuel up. If you stay strong, don't give them any attention. Bore the living Jesus out of them. Bore them to death. Look at this. I'm telling you. There's a channel out there called Narc Daily. I think that's the channel name. Is it Narc Daily? I'm pretty sure that's the name of it, Narc Daily. And this guy, he will just, in my opinion, he will just bore a narcissist into a coma. And I mean, if there's anyone on YouTube that has struggles with starting a channel, just look at this guy. I'm telling you, he's living proof you don't need a personality to have a massive following, but he's incredibly boring. I mean, sometimes I put him on when I'm trying to fall asleep. You could bore them to death. Well, I shouldn't have said that. Okay. You could bore them to a coma. You could bore them into a coma. You just have to be boring like him. Be boring. Don't give them any fuel, anything. And if you have children and you have to communicate, just be as boring and basic and bland as possible. You can literally bore a narcissist into a coma. I promise you. Yeah, but Jeannie, there's hope. There's always hope. I say you should do it. It is necessary. If you really love someone, get married, give your heart away. Jeannie's right. Jeannie's right. They'll find someone else. They'll get bored. You have to be like that guy. Oh man, what's his name? Andrew or Andy from Narc Daily channel. I'm telling you, this guy, man, whew, wake me up, man. Just bore the shit out of him like that. Act like him. Go watch his channel, Narc Daily. Watch his channel. I promise you. That's what you have to do. Jeannie, you've been with this guy for a long time and you have a healthy relationship. Why not take a chance and get married? You might not ever find another guy like the one you have now. I say take a chance and get married. Forget the past. Forget it. The past doesn't exist. What matters now is the future. I think you can get married. I think it would work. And if he's a great guy like you say he is, this would only encourage him. This would help him. And a man wants to know that you belong to him. Hey, Tanya, yeah, I ruined a relationship by being silent for 3 days. But again, I go back, I swear, this person was a raging borderline. I looked back on my relationship to try to figure out what I did wrong. I'm not saying I didn't do anything wrong. I did a lot of things wrong. And I'm 99.9% sure she was borderline. She had all the traits of a borderline uh, obsession with the person. Like, she became so obsessed with me, wanted to get married within like a week. It was insanity. And then the obsession just stopped. And that's a common theme with borderlines. They become so obsessed with something, then they just stop and they leave that person alone like they don't exist. Talk about getting discarded. I mean, they can discard you too. Borderlines discard the shit out of people, I'm telling you. Yeah, fuel up. I'm telling you, just bore the shit out of them. I'm telling you. Just act like that dude, what's his name? Andrew. In my opinion, whew, man, that's just my opinion. That's a boring, no personality channel. I think if you model that, just hey, how do you live without a personality? That's what you should do. Look at his channel. That's how you act around these narcissists. I'm telling you, you will bore them into a coma. They will not come back. They can't. They're in a coma. Jeannie, why doesn't he want marriage? I think you guys should talk about marriage, or at least why don't you guys get engaged and maybe get married in the future when you're more comfortable? There's always hope for people. There's always hope. Always. I'm telling you. You have to have hope in your heart. I know you're happy, but what about getting engaged? You can get engagement rings. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? You know what's so important in a relationship? Like, I have any way to talk about how to succeed in relationships, but my advice would be to get engaged. And I think this would alleviate a lot of stress on his end. This way he would know, hey, we're at least engaged. Even if you don't get married, it does a lot to a man to know that there's a possibility of getting married in the future and being engaged. And I'll give you some good advice though. I'm telling you, I've been through the wars. I've been through it. I'm telling you. I know a lot about relationships. I've had so many. You have rings? Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good. Okay. But I think an important thing in a relationship is whatever the role may be in a relationship, you have to encourage the man. You have to build their confidence up, and you have to let them know that you love them every day. You have to encourage them with something. Try to get their confidence up. You have to encourage them and give them something that you're proud of every day. Say, I'm proud of you, honey. You know, you're working so hard. I appreciate you going to work every day. I appreciate the efforts. I appreciate whatever he does, if he works or he doesn't work. I appreciate how you act with my kids. I appreciate the self control you have. And then, if you guys believe in Jesus, you guys can go to church and go to church together. I think that would help too. Um, I know my first time going to church years ago, when I sat in church, I was really nervous and scared, but I know that was just the devil. I know it was because after sitting there and reconnecting with God, I felt something different, and it makes a big difference in your life. And I always say that the closer you are to Jesus, the better your life gets. I don't know why. I just knew something was going to change and something was going to change for the better. And I was at my lowest point when I went to church. But when I left church, I knew 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that everything's going to work out and everything's going to be great. And it's been rocky. It hasn't been perfect, but I'm in a much better place than I used to be. But if you both agree that you don't want to get married, being engaged is probably just as good, and provide encouragement and confidence for him and consider going to church. That would be helpful to reconnect with your faith. I don't know um if you believe in God or whatever. um that's so important to have in a family, I think. And I think it's missing in a lot of families now. um like my relationship, uh I don't really have one. I don't really have one. So, but if I did, that's what I would do. And it's not up to me, it's up to God if I get a relationship or not. It's not up to it's not up to me, it's up to God. I feel like I missed a question somewhere. Oh, wait, no, Tanya, I wanted to ask, how long was the silent treatment? How long was it? Because with my ex, it was three days. It was less than 3 days. And I'm just curious how long it was for you. And again, I swear this girl is borderline. I swear. Usually a silent treatment doesn't last that long though. If you're married or in a relationship, usually it doesn't last that long. Although it can, I guess. Oh, Jeannie, do you wear your ring all the time? Oh my god, I gotta stand up. Do you wear your ring when you're working or whatever? Oh, I need to get a new office chair. If somebody wants to send me money, I'll buy a new one. This chair is terrible. It's old. Does he wear his ring? If he doesn't wear his ring, I'm sure he's cheating on you, Jeannie. I'm sure of it. I'm just kidding. Usually, if a guy's cheating, for the most part, usually a woman won't find out about it till a long time later. Takes a long time. Uh, maybe someday I'll get married again. Maybe someday, and I'll wear my ring all the time. That used to upset my ex. She would get so mad at me if I took it off in a shower, even any little thing. Anytime I took it off, she would get so mad. Oh my gosh, I gotta end this. Wow. All right. I'll stay here a couple more minutes, but I'm gonna end this. I didn't realize what time it was. What kind of work does he do, Jeannie, that he can't wear a ring? Like a machinist or something? Yeah. Yeah, I used to have a job doing that. I hated it. Oh my God, it was the worst job. I just, I have to be sitting at a desk. I'm not made to be a worker. I can't, man, I wouldn't make it in like the 70s or 60s. There's no way. I couldn't just work at a factory or just work in a farm or something. I have to be sitting at a desk. I have to have air conditioning. I have to be relaxed. I don't think I could be a machinist ever again. It was terrible. It was one of my worst jobs I ever had. I hated every single second of that job. It was like torture. Yeah, Tanya. Yeah, that's about the average. A day or two, sometimes three. That's about the average. That's what happens. And then yeah, you hold out and you hold out for hope because they were so loving and nice and kind in the beginning of the relationship. But it's like a split personality. They just can never get back to that same person. And that's when you start figuring things out. It was all an act. It was all bullshit. And the person's, you were in love with essentially a ghost, someone that's not real. That's what happened. You always try to go back and try to fix things. It'll never be fixed though. It's one of the most brutal things, I swear. And it's hard to wrap your mind around someone that was so loving and giving in the beginning of the relationship and they become like a different person. All right. Bye, Jeannie. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm gonna end the stream soon anyway. I appreciate it. Good luck with everything. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you again. Yeah, Tanya, what happened is he was trying to degrade you and humiliate you in front of his friends. And yeah, that struck a nerve because, you know, being an asshole to just you is one thing, but having other people laugh at you and be in the background while you're suffering, yeah, that's another thing altogether. Yeah, Jeannie, think about my advice. Um, I think it was pretty good for you. No one's gonna take my advice. Nobody will. Yeah, Tanya, you didn't go back to him, did you? Are you guys done? You're done, right? Question. Um, I'm so curious about that. if you're completely done. Oh yeah, you are. I'm sorry you said that. Yeah, just don't go back. Don't fall for the Hoover. And everything and anything in your life you can accomplish with Christ. Um, but yeah, don't ever go back to them. Never, ever, ever, ever go back. That's my advice. That's it. That's my advice to you. Just don't ever go back. Don't fall for the Hoover. Don't believe them that they went to therapy. It's all bullshit. They have no problems lying. No problems at all. They'll tell you whatever you want to hear to get you back. Just don't go back. And you'll see everything in your life, everything is going to get so much better. Every day that the less you talk to them, the better your life will be, I promise. All right. I'm going to end the stream. I think I'm going to go and end the stream. I do want to thank everyone for being here today, and I appreciate it very much. I'm going to try to do one during the week, next week too. It's just so hard to plan these things. I might do it on the weekend. I'm not sure. My job is so weird. I don't know. We'll see. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. God bless. Take care.